So never believe any stereotype that you have about any group of people. That's why I say if you don't actually know a person, you do not know them, you do not know their life story. This is not Istanbul, this is not Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, this is not the Middle East. This is America, and we're black, and we're American. So a lot of us grow up like most black Americans, which is in the hood. Mama's on welfare. I told you, my mother got food stamps. My mother never had anything in her life. Neither one of my parents ever had anything. That's why I've been a working woman since I was 15 years old. I never had the privilege of being kept. What rich millionaire, billionaire Muslim man was coming to sweep me off my feet and provide me this luxurious, glamorous lifestyle, in Raleigh, North Carolina? Let's be realistic now. This is where I'm from, North Carolina. I'm not from those Muslim countries, okay? Nobody was coming to sweep me off my feet and keep me as a kept woman in damn North Carolina. And that's why my mother raised her daughters to be independent working women, because she knew that as well, So don't judge a book by its cover. People think all Muslim people, come from money. That's those Muslim countries. Even in the Muslim countries, Bangladesh and those countries, those Muslims live below the poverty line. They're dirt poor. They don't have anything. A lot of them can't even read and write. They don't have indoor plumbing. They don't have anything. That's only a small percentage of Muslims that are rich, super rich. That's Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, some of those Muslim countries, those are those countries. Like I said, we're no different from Christians and non-Muslims. Are all Christians rich? No. Some are dirt poor and some are rich. It's the same thing with Muslims. We're no different from anybody else. And that's why I'm here to dispel the myths. I never had the privilege of being a kept woman that didn't have to work and was spoiled. And nobody's ever spoiled me, ever in my life. Not a man and not my parents. Nobody. That's why I work so hard to do for myself. My parents never had jack diddly squat. Nobody in my family ever had anything. I will be the first. My parents never owned a business. My parents never traveled the world. They never had anything. And all the black American Muslims that I know, like myself, guess what? Their family never had anything either. We're no different than other black Americans out here in America in the struggle. I don't know any rich Muslims. None. I don't know any Muslims that are millionaires, billionaires. Because I don't live in Saudi Arabia and those countries. We're in America. Okay? So understand that our religion still does not separate us from our race. We're still black people. Okay? And my family was like no different from any other black family in the hood. Now I want to talk about the O word. Oppression. Oppression is a complete, total illusion, okay? Nobody can oppress you. This narrative that Muslim women are so miserable and oppressed, we can't do anything without permission from our dad and our husband. We can't go here, we can't go there, we can't do this, we can't do that. You can't wear this, you can't, you can't do anything. That is the biggest myth and lie, and it's complete, total bullcrap, okay? Like I said, I'm here to dispel all the myths. No one can oppress you unless you allow them to. It's like no one can abuse you unless you allow them to. No one can cheat on you, lie to you, do whatever to you unless you let them. We have options and choices. especially in America. Like my two older sisters, we were all born and raised Muslim in a Muslim household. But when they turned 18 and moved out of my mother's house, they decided they didn't want to be Muslim anymore. They took their hijab off. They started wearing the short shorts and the halter tops and the booty shorts and all that, going clubbing, going drinking. They married men that are not Muslim. So they don't live like Muslims, you know? They can do that. Like I said, we have freedom. Who's going to stop them? You don't have to be a Muslim. That's why I said people, the women you see covering their bodies, dressing modest, covering their hair, that's a choice that they made. They said, I accept Islam as my lifestyle. I want to be a Muslim. Just like my mom, you know, she converted to Islam when she was 19 years old. She was very young. Now, the man that introduced her to Islam, her first husband, when they broke up and divorced, if she wanted to go back to her non-Muslim Christian lifestyle, wearing the booty shorts and halter tops and not covering her hair and all that stuff, she could have did that easily, just like that. But she didn't, because she accepted Islam for herself, not because a man forced her to do it. Islam was what resonated with her and what she wanted to be, the choice that she made. Islam is a choice. We choose this lifestyle and we choose this religion on our own. Even if your parents are Muslim, when you grow up and leave your parents' house, you do not have to be a Muslim. Like I said, my sisters, they are not Muslims. They don't cover their hair, they don't go to the masjid, they don't fast, they don't pray 5 times a day, they don't do any of that. They're married to men that are not Muslim. They celebrate Christmas, they celebrate Easter, they go out, they go clubbing, they drink. They're not Muslim because they don't want to be. You don't have to be a Muslim if you don't want to. So the women you see, you know, covering and being Muslim, it's not because a man forced us to. It's because we want to. We choose to. We dress like this and choose this lifestyle for ourselves and for God, not because anybody forced us to. So nobody is oppressed. Oppression is an illusion. It's impossible for anyone to oppress you unless you allow them to. I can't speak on what goes on in other countries. I can only speak on America because I'm American and that's where I live. Nobody, no Muslim woman in America is oppressed. That's an illusion. Like right now, if I want to take this hijab off right now, and take this big old 3X dress off, and, you know, wear my hair out, put on a lace wig down to my booty, and start twerking in my thong that's too short, I can do that. I could do it right now, right now. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody. You know, it's not a crime. Women twerk in their thong all the time. Nobody's gonna arrest me or throw me in jail. Nobody's gonna punish me. I'm not gonna be in trouble. You know, the Muslim community would probably look at me sideways like, you know, well, what happened, Jehan? Like, well, what's going on? Well, mashallah, sister, you don't see Islam as the path for you in life anymore? Cool, we wish you well. But nobody's going to stop me. Nobody can stop me from doing anything. Just like nobody stopped me or told me no when I went into the casting agency and said I wanted to be an actress. This is America, a free country. We can do whatever we want. I wear this hijab and I dress modest because that is my personal life choice. That's what resonates with me. Number one, it resonates with me because both of my parents are Muslim and that's how I was raised. But if I, at any moment, decided I didn't want to be a Muslim and wanted to be a Christian, or wanted to be an atheist, or wanted to be whatever, I could do that. Oppression is an illusion. Nobody is oppressed, especially not in the United States of America. We have freedom. freedom to do whatever the hell we want to do. So, never think a Muslim woman is being oppressed. People choose Islam for themselves because they want a different and a better, more righteous, more self-disciplined lifestyle, a path of peace. Our religion is about peace. It's not about oppression. Nobody is oppressed, and nobody can oppress you unless you allow them to. In some Muslim countries, a woman that decides not to wear her hijab might be disowned by her family. She might get stoned, but I don't know what goes on in those countries because I don't live there and I'm not from there. I'm from the United States of America, land of the free, home of the brave. And that's why I'm glad that I'm an American woman. Yeah, oppression is an illusion. No one is oppressed in our religion. There's no such thing as being oppressed. Like, not at all. We dress like this, we choose Islam, we cover our hair because it's our personal life choice. Okay? We choose this religion. We choose this way of life. I could take this hijab off at any given moment. I could put on a mini skirt, booty shorts. I could film myself and post it on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, twerking in a thong, the too short. If I wanted to, who's going to stop me? Nobody. You have freedom. This is the United States of America, but guess what? I don't want to do those things. It serves me no purpose and serves me no good, in my personal opinion. I don't want to go out clubbing, partying, and drinking. Even when I wasn't wearing hijab, even in my wildest of days, I've never been into clubbing and partying and drinking and all that foolishness and self-destructive behavior, because that's all it is, And that's why we choose Islam, and that's why we choose this religion. We know we're not missing out on anything in the world but a bunch of self-destructive behavior. Drugs, alcohol, violence, all that foolishness, prison. That's why we choose Islam, and that's why we choose this path of righteousness and the lifestyle of peace. We choose Islam because we want to be Muslim. Nobody can oppress you. I don't have to check in with anybody at the end of the day but myself and God. If I want to twerk in my thong, the too short, take this scarf off, I could do it right now. But guess what? I don't want to do those things. It doesn't resonate with me and who I am as a woman, as a person. It's not me. I choose Islam. I choose this lifestyle. I choose to wear hijab. I choose to dress modest. It's what resonates with me in my heart.
You're crafted from the universe's finest gentle matter. That's why all women and our mothers really matter. If I don't have anybody, then